Welcome to Deliciously Motivated Mindset, hosted by Deborah and Moira. This podcast is designed to help listeners unlock their full potential, both personally and professionally, so they can thrive, not just survive. Deborah and Moira explore how natural tendencies don't always serve individuals and provide insights on how to harness existing strengths. Their goal is to equip listeners with the habits, mindset shifts, and strategies needed for lasting, meaningful change. Finding purpose and fulfillment can be challenging, but this podcast offers expert conversations, practical advice, and valuable tools to help align with a true sense of purpose and create a more fulfilling life. So grab a notebook, open your notes app, and get ready to take in some game-changing insights. Let's dive in.
Welcome, dear listeners. Welcome, dear Deb.
Hi.
Hello, my dear. Here we are with another one of our deliciously motivated mindset conversations. And I'm really looking forward to this conversation. Ooh la la, as Deb would say.
I know.
When you stop comparing, everything changes. Gosh, it's so true, isn't it?
It's just the, like, I have goosies just going, yes, it's so true. Yet it's hashtag state the obvious, but do we remember? No.
Nope.
And that's what we're here for.
Yes, yep. That's what this is all about, is the little reminders. I think it's such an important topic and an important conversation to have, because it sometimes can be a knee-jerk reaction without you even recognizing that that's what's going on, that's what's telling you off or criticizing yourself internally. So let's calm ourselves down and land into this moment before we get into these ideas of helping you release the propensity to compare. So I encourage you to put one hand one hand or both hands over your heart, or you could put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and take a nice, nourishing, nurturing breath in and exhale through your mouth. And if you're sitting on a chair or something that has a back, just gently lean back and allow yourself to feel a sense of support behind your heart as you take this next breath in and breathe out, allowing yourself to really fully land into this moment, into this space, and connecting your energy with my energy and with Deb's energy. Another nice deep breath. I encourage you to set a wee intention for yourself that you are going to get the nugget of wisdom, get the clarity, maybe get the answer that you've been looking for, whether you've been aware of it or not. May this meet you where you are and give you what you need. Take another nice deep breath. Feeling yourself anchored, seen, held, honored, recognized in this space and time. And then now we're going to get into our conversation. So we encourage you to grab a note-taking device of your choosing. And let's start unpacking this. When you stop comparing, everything changes. I think I would like to start with that idea I kind of hinted at about how sneaky it is. Do you know? Because sometimes we find ourselves comparing to somebody else's experience or somebody else's appearance and think, oh gosh, I'm not doing it the right way. Or they're doing it that way because ... right? And so we can be in that conversation without even landing
knowing
fully
we're in
into it. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden your body feels icky and you don't want to go out with that person, and then you're suddenly like, what's going on? How do I pinpoint this? And you have to unravel
Yes.
as quick as you can. But how sneaky it is, I think, is a vital one to go back to those flags that, people talk about the green flag and the red flag.
Mm.
And I talk about the pink flags, of course,
Yes.
or Moira would be purple.
Yep, definitely.
But they're in between, because they're little alertnesses that show us the signs that we may not necessarily see at the time. And I think that's quite valid to go in our brain.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, just even when you're thinking how sneaky it is, and I said at the start, hashtag state the obvious.
Yeah.
It is one of those hashtag state the obvious. And when you get that, you're like, oh, well, that makes so much sense. But sometimes we can't see the obvious because we are in that storm. We're in
Mhm.
that crazy place it is. But from the how sneaky, I just want to add another thing into that, is, before we go back to how sneaky it is don't beat yourself up when you go, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. Oh my God, I
Right.
can't believe, because that is going to take you down another journey that is going to be a detriment to your health,
Yeah.
if I could say it as nice as I possibly can. Because, oh, I can't believe that was so obvious. Of course, that's the same thing happens to me all the time. So it's letting that shame of hashtag state the obvious go, but be aware that, just label it. This is sneaky. This is a
Mhm.
sneaky one. This is like, just, what do they say, name and shame or whatever? Just name it, label it.
But as soon as you can, get to some sense of humor.
Yeah.
Smile
Or
at yourself, laugh at yourself, chuckle,
exactly. Oh, well,
be
of course
curious.
this happened. Yeah.
There, I did it again.
Yeah. Yeah, well, just for the record, people, just try and happily put our whole sentences together into a lot of bullet points then. Because good luck, because I'm just going, now where do I start? Curious, laughter, hashtag state the obvious, house, like all of those things, because they are all part of it. And to remind ourselves we are here in this world having a human experience
Yeah.
on this human planet right now. So we will have our highs and lows. We
Mhm.
will have whatever's going
The
on.
wobbles and the discombobulations. Yeah.
Absolutely, because as much as we go, I want world peace, you're never going to get world peace. There's always going to be a war that balances it. I think about those. I watched Miss Congeniality the other day, and I haven't seen it, and I can't even remember seeing it. And everyone, all the beauty pageants are going, I want world peace, I want world peace. I'm like, what is world peace to you? What is, you can't, everybody can't have world peace. We have to have a crazy that keeps us centered and narrow and back on track.
How would we know what peace was if we knew what the lack of it is?
I know
right?
that's a whole nother podcast. Deborah,
Yes,
be
that
quiet.
is. That's another rabbit hole.
But going back to how sneaky it is, it can come up on you.
Mhm.
And I think the reminder for that is also, if you don't take the time to address it, it comes up in the most inconvenient public displays that is not on your agenda that day.
Mhm. And the pressure cooker will go off, kind of thing.
Absolutely. And when it goes, it doesn't gracefully go.
No, could be an interruption.
It spoils over and gets anybody in the vicinity from this. Yes, yes, yes.
Do you know that the thing that came to my mind as you were saying that, Deb, was that self-awareness is the essential part here,
Oh, yes.
right? Because I was thinking of, you know how sometimes you can have somebody might say, oh, hey, can you do this for me? Or, hey, you're great at doing such and such. And you think, in your immediate reaction is, no, I can't. I'm not good enough. Self-awareness can pause that to say, why are you undermining your gifts or your talents? And it could often, this is coming back into the sneakiness of this, is because if we're without self-awareness, we can be listening to an outmoded story or narrative that I can't do this because that other person, look at how many people signed up for their program, or how many people they've got in their membership group, or you know what I'm saying? And it's like right there, is such a way of, gosh, I'm undermining myself because I'm diluting my reach or my impact or my potentiality. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it does. And I go back to this. People don't ask you for an answer if they think you're thick. If I can word it as blatantly as possible, people don't go, can you help me with this if they think you can't do it?
Right,
And
right,
no matter how desperate they are, they're not going to get someone who's incompetent or stupid.
right.
Can I use those words? Probably not.
To just be really
That's
blunt here.
just because they're not going to waste their time. No one wants to waste their time on this stuff. So they're going to ask you the question to get an answer because they think you're intelligent
Mm,
or they think you know. Like there's questions I ask my mum that's different that I'd ask my dad.
right.
Like there's questions that I ask you that would be different that I'd ask my partner. Like there's people you ask
Yeah.
certain genius questions that you want answers to. And I think remembering that stuff, when we stop comparing, anything changes, we talk about the self-awareness. Um, People see the genius in you before you see the genius in you often.
Mm-hmm.
And so when people ask you a question for an answer, they're asking you because you're the genius.
Yeah.
You are their chat GPT or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it because and that's the stuff you've got to remember, if we're really talking about our comparing ourselves to others, then people see, yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying now. People
Well, you
see
know
the genius in you.
what you're
Yeah.
talking about right
Sum
here.
that up, hun.
It's trust. You're talking about trust,
Oh, yeah, it is
right?
too. Yeah.
Because it's about dropping down into a sense of trust. The reason this person is asking me this question or saying, hey, can you take care of this project for me, is because they've recognized in it, whether you did or not, you are carrying the vibration of it. You are exuding the energy of it, rather
Mm,
than you saying, oh, but externally, look at that person is got way more confidence or way more. Well, no, it's been seen in you. And so it's to trust
mm,
that. And I like what you just said. People see the genius in you before you do sometimes. And so therefore, that means if somebody comes and asks you a question, hey, can you help me with this? Pause for a moment and trust. My thinking mind may not say, oh, just this, but breathe
mm,
into it, drop into it, and allow it to bubble up, right?
mm. Yeah.
So trust.
Trust is, well, that's trust in others, that's trust in yourself, that's trust in the bigger picture. That's an all-round trust that you want to be rubbing all over yourself.
Yep.
But I think comparison, when we think about it, my head just goes social media.
Mm,
Social
yes.
media, and I think about people who just compare the highlight reel
Yep.
to the bloopers behind the scenes.
Yep.
If people really knew what was going on,
Yeah.
instead of putting up the Tony Robbins, this is who I am, da da da, instead of actually going, okay, this is what I'm actually dealing with in my real life with my ex-wives and my children, and like all of those things that are actually behind the scenes of what he's not putting on social media, that the chaos, we just go, Tony, well, I don't. I just need to clarify that. But Tony Robbins, Tony Robbins, Tony Robbins, you're either a Tony Robbins person or you're not. And I probably think if you're actually a Tony Robbins person, you're probably not a podcast person for our
You're probably not
podcast.
listening to
Just
us.
I
Probably
probably
not.
don't hang up. Don't hang up on me, people. Just guide this one out. But yeah, I'm just thinking actually they're probably not these people because it's not me. But we don't see the behind the scenes.
And it's
We don't see. Yeah, and even though we go, they can't have chaos. I talked about this with the client recently, and I said, oh no, there was a time that I just was just like, leave me alone to my partner. Just leave me alone for 24 hours. Let me be. Let me sit in this until I can feel it, the other side of it. And I wasn't going to go on social media and say, hey, look, I've had this knock. That's not mine.
No.
That's not who I am. But we don't see the bloopers. We don't see the chaos behind the scenes. We only see the pristine, polished, the highlight reel.
well coiffed, got
Absolutely.
it all
The
together.
chat GPT exact wording, the exact design picture, the one that fits perfectly in your Instagram layout. Don't look at my social media like that.
The thing that comes to my mind as you're saying that is that you and I both know each other, that we are both very private people. And you and I have also both held space and held each other through turmoil and discombobulation and chaos and yuck. But we don't promote that. We don't put that out there. And so that's the thing, is that when when people get into comparing, they're comparing the outer expression of someone to their inner expression. And the two just do not. There's, I can look all put together. Actually, somebody said that to me the other day. I was like, I can't believe how together you are with all the stuff that you've been through over the last 2 years. I'm like, well, thank you. Number one, thank you, because that's actually quite a nice compliment.
Yeah.
You don't know what it looks like behind closed doors, or what it what it feels like, right?
No, and I think that's the interesting thing. I go back to that, and I think, there was a point. Well, I mean, I was literally walking down the hallway. I'm at my parents at the moment, funnily enough. I was walking down the hallway, and then suddenly I just stopped and burst into tears.
Right. Yes.
And it was just like, and Mum was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 what's going on? What?"
Yeah, we thought
"No,
you
Mum,
had it
no,
all
no."
together.
Yeah, exactly. No, I clearly don't. And it's those things. So I think, when we think about stop comparing, everything changes. I want to go to your inner circle, because we really look at your circle, move people into your circle, move people out of your circle,
And know that
expand
it's
your circle.
always movable. Yes.
Absolutely. Just, if you've got a partner, you don't have to tell your partner everything. And I'm saying that you don't have to tell your intimate partner everything, because your head sits in your head, unless that's the way you have that relationship. Like, work what works best for you. You're not holding secrets. You're just buying the time till you can figure a few things out.
Yeah.
But find your inner circle. And I'm going to suggest Moira and Debs, clearly.
Of course.
That's a given. I think when we worked it out, it was about over 80 years experience.
I think, yeah.
Gulp, gulp, gulp. And we're not 80. But when I think about, but just know that your inner circle, and I would say Moira and I have known each other for how long?
It's going on 7 years, I think.
7 years.
We met in 2019.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember when we met. I remember when we met. That was fun. It was your birthday.
It was my birthday.
That's right. It was your birthday. That's right. Wow, 7 years. Wow. But there's been times when Moira's been right in my pocket, right in my inner circle, and then there's times that Moira's been not as close in my inner circle while I've been dealing with stuff. And I think and so that just shows that's a friendship.
Yes.
But shows that I can put people in and out of my circle, even though we're close. But there has been times when she's been completely close that I've shared every single thought, and other times I haven't. So just be aware of that circle, and be okay with moving your intimate partner in and out of that circle if you need to.
Yeah.
Because there's spirituality that I talk with Moira, which is different than I would talk to my friend Belle. That I would talk differently to my partner. That I'd talk differently to my parents. There's different, and clients. There's different conversations you have, and just, I guess I'm just saying is, be okay that you can put people in and out of your circle, even though they're blood
that it's
or close.
not, and as something that you've often said, is it's not set in concrete. And the other part that I like to bring into this is, how does it make me feel about me when I share this, or when I hold it back?
Yeah.
Right? Because I want to feel grounded and present and authentic and in touch with my own authentic nature.
Yeah, the how does it make me feel about myself is just Tony Robbins. Flippin' heck, I mean. I said frickin', not flip anything else, by the way.
Yeah.
So that, change your state. It is literally a change your state. How does this make me feel about me? Takes me out of the chaos to go back to your body, your feeling, your centering, to poise, to go, how does this make me feel about me right here, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but such a simple question can pivot everything,
totally
your whole world.
Totally change the landscape of everything. Because if you're scrolling on Facebook and you're going, oh, look at it must be nice to do that. And oh, look at that person doing this. And oh, look at that. How does that make you feel about you?
I snoozed
Land
two
right
people
into it.
yesterday just because they were annoying me. I was like, I know how to feel this. I'm not gonna unfriend you yet. I'm just gonna snooze you. Yeah.
But it's as
But that's
soon
true.
as you drop into that awareness, oh, it's making me feel less than. It's making me feel jealous. It's making me feel like there's something wrong with me. Well, let's just stop. Let's
Yeah.
press
Yeah.
pause and say, I feel unworthy. I feel
It's naming it. It's naming it again.
yes. Yeah.
And as soon as you name it, you've got something to deal with. Instead of going, I feel like shite and this isn't fair and da da da, you're going to spiral. It's like, oh, I shouldn't feel shite because I should be celebrating my friend and I'm a woman. I should be celebrating someone else's crown and that whole blah, blah, blah. Actually, you shouldn't do anything. You should feel.
There's
You should
no
actually go, this challenges me.
Yep.
This challenges me because they've got this and I haven't. Okay, well, then it's time to unpack it.
Yep.
So, but you've got to name it. And I think, we talked about the trust before being the T word, but there's also the truth.
Yes. Tell yourself the truth.
You
And
have to tell yourself the truth.
but you see, if you can tell yourself the truth, you can actually start to get into some gratitude. Right?
Oh, I wrote gratitude in one of my gazillion things up the top, actually.
But you see what I'm
But
saying?
you've got
is
to
that
tell yourself the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if back to the piece that I was
That's
just
it. Celebrate. Celebrate
Yeah.
too.
But if you like I said, if you're scrolling through your social media and you're comparing yourself to that person, this situation, and you tell yourself the truth of, this makes me feel ticked off, this makes me feel irritated, this makes me feel less than, then okay, good. You named it, you told yourself the truth,
Great.
and now great. Have some gratitude to focus in on all of the things that you think you do not have or that somebody's better than. You have something of equal measure. And this could actually be your opening, your way to change the channel a little bit and go, oh, I don't have that, but I have this. Right? And celebrate, like you just said, celebrate what is right in front of you.
I think there's the missing component is to not celebrate and go, oh, woe is me, and drop yourself down in that vibration instead of just going, oh, I've got something I can deal with now.
Yeah.
I've got a problem that's appeared, or I've got a wobble. I wonder what this represents. I wonder what the truth behind all of this is, and
there's the curiosity coming in, right?
Yeah, I've got that written up somewhere too.
Yep.
I've written all these points before I've even talked about it. But that's it. And when you can celebrate that you've got something, because no one wants to be complacent in life.
No
one wants to where it is. And the celebration is just a pep in your step. And I think I know I've said this many, many, many times, and I'm going to say it again, is gather that evidence, measure that gather your evidence, but measure it against your success, not someone else's.
Yes.
So instead of going, oh my gosh, this person's got all this money or started a course, got all this money or whatever, that's great. So what did you do that you've done with the course, that you've got your money and that money feels right for you? Like, just not, it's that, I don't know, gather the evidence, because no matter what you're going through, you've been through it before.
Yeah.
And this is a funny thing. We're like, I'm 50 something, I've never been through it before. And I'm like, really? Go back. When did you have this? And then we go right back and we look. It's quite an amusing task if you go, no one's ever betrayed me before, and you go, really? You're 50 years old, okay. Go to an employer, go to an ex-person, go to a mum. What is that betrayal? Go to your school, did you get picked? Did you tell a secret to a friend when you were younger and they told the teacher and you, yes. Okay, so you've had betrayal all the way through your life, okay? Hashtag state. I don't often consult like those things, but I do get a little bit like, hello, this is actually happened. Yeah, exactly. Hashtag state the obvious, because you'll discover that if we were to label it betrayal, has been there all the way through.
Yes.
But it's just holding that space for yourself, having that gratitude, tell yourself the truth to see that it has been there and you've got through it before. So just gathering that evidence just allows your mind to go, oh, okay, yeah, I have. Yep, I have done this and I've survived before. Because we forget. We turn into some odd person So you want to create your own, your own scoreboard. Compare yourself to who you were 6 months ago. Not someone who's 20 and just started in business. Or, someone recently said to me, Deborah, you're very good at what you do when you can pinpoint a problem. I'm like, mate, I said, this is 20 years I've been paid in this particular role,
Yeah.
but this has been throughout my whole life. Of course I'm going to be good at it. Like,
You and I have talked about this on previous episodes before, that the work that we do in our consultations, we've been that. I've been an out of the box problem solver, helping people take responsibility and ownership for their lives right from the get-go, even as a child.
I was just going to say, you've got a horde of sisters.
Yeah.
I like the way I go, a horde of sisters. She's got she's got a horde of them. She's got a football team. Not quite. I've got one.
And I have 4.
Yeah, she's got 4. But even you, your challenges with all your sisters, like, being a problem solver, someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
You just happen to be you.
Yeah. Well, I was the oldest, right? So
Yeah.
big sister
yeah,
does
definitely.
it. But coming into this, one of the pieces that I want to kind of bring into this conversation about comparing, my question is, what lights you up and where's your joy? Because we collectively have been conditioned to, and this is where comparing comes in, we've been conditioned that success is out there, that we have to achieve a certain stature or status, or maybe we have to fit into this type of style, or wear high heels, or have a certain body type, be slim, right? And that in itself,
when you said high heels, my whole body went, oh God, no, I'm no longer doing that. Just when you said that, I just have to interrupt and go, oh, my whole body went, nope, no more high heels for you.
Yeah, I gave up high heels a really long time ago myself.
Yeah, so if you want to see a presenter in high heels, you can't compare to me. I'm not gonna be a Victoria Beckham.
No,
that's
I'm gonna
it.
be on flats.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna be in trainers, sparkly trainers with glitter, and that's.
But this is what I'm saying, is that when we outsource I have to fit into that type of outfit, or that look, my body needs to look like that in order for me to be successful, or I need to be earning this amount of money in order to be successful. Well, that to me, that, and comparing does that, is the outward focus. Well, where's the inner joy? Where's the uplift, the oomph, the sparkle that comes within you? Yeah, your glitter within you. That, oh, I get to do this. Oh, I love to do this. This makes me giggle. I love to express myself in these ways. Maybe you like to sing, or maybe you like to dance, or be an actress, or play an instrument, or goof around, or you need more of that. And if you're comparing yourselves to others, you're not allowing yourself to mine that gold within you. It's there. But sometimes we get too conditioned by society that says, I got to look a certain way, I got to be a certain, the boxes that we have to tick as young girls. We're growing up, and you got to get the husband, and then you get the kids, and then you get the house, and then you get the job,
the white picket fence. Don't forget the white picket fence. The white picket fence, which I've never ever seen in New Zealand, by the way. A white picket fence, like that whole.
I've seen
a brown or black.
Yeah. Listen, my neighbor has a white fence. It's actually, it's not a picket fence, but it's a white fence, and it's quite pretty.
They just take cleaning. Be too much admin for me. cleaning. But it is the thing is, I think, recognizing when it comes up, going back to that, the moment it comes up, honor it, diary it,
acknowledge it,
deal with it.
Yeah.
And if you don't think you've got time, then park it. Like, just go, okay, I'm not going to let this go down. I'm actually going to address this. I'm going to address this because this is the second time it's come up. Because again, that pressure cooker. So diary it, put it in your diary, deal with it. And, but give yourself time. If you think it's going to take you 15 minutes, give yourself 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you get it done in 15 minutes, you've got 15 minutes up your sleeve to
to do some other sparkly
to
thing.
do some glitter. Yeah, exactly.
Smell some flowers, or
Yeah. To bring out your purple glitter. And I think that's the little reminder. But the strategies we've given you are simple strategies, small strategies, but they have such a lasting impact.
Yes.
And I think that's the thing to remember. But when I go on this, you want to look at because we talked a little bit about, well, there was the word should. You should do this, you should do this. And I think we have to look at, no, I don't think. I know we have to look at, you want to get clear on what matters to you the most, not what matters to society.
Yeah.
Or your family or your best friend. It actually what matters to you the most. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to go somewhere and no one else does, then you go do it. But you have to go what feels right for you, because otherwise the goals you're chasing or anything just aren't fulfilling. There's somebody else's. So it's going back to what's important to you. What's your personal values, what lights you up, and know that when your decisions align with what matters to you, everything just opens up. You comparison just disperses. It's when it truly matters to you, comparison actually doesn't even enter the equation.
You're listening to Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, here to help listeners unlock their full potential so they can thrive, not just survive. They've shared some very powerful insights so far, so it's time to take a moment to breathe, reflect, and jot down any key takeaways. What's one piece of advice that stands out to apply right away? Before wrapping up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from everyone. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback, and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how listeners are putting these insights into practice. Let's dive back in and finish strong.
Absolutely.
If I could say it that way.
Yep. It reminds me of this mantra that I've been using a lot of late. That got presented to me. The mantra is, I am who I am, and that is enough.
Oh,
I am who I am, and that is
nice.
enough. Isn't that beautiful? I am who I am, and that is enough. That would press pause immediately on comparing, right? I am who I am, and that is enough. Because who you are is enough. When we compare, we're saying there's something wrong with me. There's something I should be doing, or something I shouldn't be doing.
So
right?
Should word. One of the things you actually, I haven't got it here. I just quickly looked it up because I've got my laptop. I'm not on my computer. But on my computer, there was another one that I am enough. It was breathing in. I am enough. And I don't know what the breathing out was. I am worthy.
It's the other way around. It's breathing in, I am worthy, and breathing out, I am enough. I am worthy.
I love that.
I know. So simple.
I know.
That's to your point. So simple. All of these are so simple.
I know, and that's that, when you stop comparing, everything changes. But just even that, I am worthy. I am enough.
Yeah.
Just those little things that aren't little, they're significant, and they land, and and you can feel a full body embodiment.
Full body embodiment. But the other point in this though too is that, let's face it, we live in chaotic, discombobulating times as a planet, as the collective. That's how come. And that's what inspires me to have these conversations and share these ideas with our listeners, is that not all of these tips are going to suit every single person for every single experience or episode they go through, right? So that's how come it's so important to have a plethora of ideas, whether it's a mantra or a breathing technique or just hand on your heart and take a deep breath. That may not suit you for every type of nervous system jangling chaos situation, right?
Yeah.
And that's why you're saying these are simple tips, but we need all of them, and trust that we will gravitate towards the one that resonates when it's the
when it
right one.
lands.
Yeah, when it
Yeah.
lands. Yeah.
And I think that's it. You'll know when it lands.
Yep. Because
But,
you'll
we
feel it
talked
in
about
your
trust.
nervous system.
Yeah, just that I am worthy. I am worthy. You can't
I'm
even say
worthy.
worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. That reminds me of one of the cartoon characters. Anyway, I am worthy and I am enough. Just enough to just do that whole breathing. Oh, that's it. And that alone just changes so many dynamics. So many dynamics.
Yep.
So many dynamics for us.
But whenever we focus on statements like that, whether it's an affirmation or a mantra or just even counting your breath, like breathe in for the count of 5 and pause and then breathe out for the count of 10. You can do that if you've need to calm your nervous system down. When we do that, we are quietening or disengaging from the chatter in the mind. So it's good to give our mind something to focus on, which actually then allows us to come into the present moment. Because if I'm comparing, I'm not really here in the present moment, right? I'm getting distracted or pulled off into some other story or some kind of rumination from the past, right?
Yeah. And that's not, as much as we want to ruminate about the past, we want to be able to just look back at the past and smile. That's what we want. It's just to look back and go,
Just
I can
visit.
see that.
Yeah.
Just so, that's it, done. And then gracefully get back to the present and flipping
Gracefully.
those, gracefully. But I think when I think about other people, I do go, what is this showing me? And so that question is to pull yourself back, because when we're in I can't fix this or I can't work this out, you're in a spiraling place. So to ask yourself some quality questions, what can this person teach me? What is this showing me? What qualities do I have now that can resolve this? What are those things? But so you're going into strategy mode out of woe is me mode. And what can I take today? So you're turning that frustration or whatever into information, data collecting.
Yeah.
You're data collecting and being able to look at that. But just even jumping to, okay, I'm comparing this to this person. Okay, what action is going to stop this right now? Just asking yourself that pulls it back to, oh, I can't even think of what Moira and Deb said. I don't even know. I'm just going to get so angry. It's like, okay, what action is going to stop that right now? Actually, hand on my heart. That's it. Just that. Just that. And you're going to remember, but you have to ask yourself those questions to pull yourself back to, okay, right now I'm just going to put my hand on my heart. I'm not really going to find a strategy for it. I'm just going to put my hand on the heart and just breathe right now. This is where I'm going to be.
Yep. That would be my recommended go-to. It's mine.
Well, that's my hand on my heart is my favorite that Moira gave me. And what I love is no matter where you are, you can do it.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, you can publicly do it instead of having to get down on your knees and pray or scream Hail Marys or whatever. I mean, I don't know what people do.
But what I was thinking of when you were saying that, though, is that doing this, what is this showing me? Or just asking some quality questions. What that part is doing, it's reminding us that everything that's happening is for us, not against us.
I know what you're going to say. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Life is happening through us, for us, by us. It's not to us.
Yeah.
So when we get caught in the comparing or the woe is me, that's a signal to say, oh, wait, it's not happening to me. I'm choosing this. I'm creating this. I'm animating this. Okay, hand on my heart and take a deep breath.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, and this, and then this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, just stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Press the pause button now. Maybe press the pause button is the hand on your heart.
Yeah. Well, it is.
Right there, just drops you down. Your nervous system starts to calm. And then as soon as you do that, it's almost like you engage an aspect of you that goes, oh, there's something I can do. There's the choice.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Right?
just well, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I think you don't, it goes back to that trust. You don't have to know it all
No,
to get through life
no, you don't.
because we don't know it all.
No.
And then life changes on us when we think we know it all.
But then celebrate what you do know. Right?
Absolutely. Look,
You don't have
what
to know it
qualities
all,
do
but
you have?
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And knowing what you've been through. Yes, we are going to just pull back and go, we're not going to give you any more strategies. We will.
No,
I
probably.
say we don't, but they're going to come out somehow.
Yep.
And we're going to sum up all our strategies we've given you of when you stop comparing, everything changes. Ooh la la.
Mhm.
So grab your note-taking device. Because we're going to lean in now. I don't know if you could see my notes. I'm just going to start with the first one is how sneaky it is
Mhm.
and name it. And I'm just going to do that but after that, there was about 10 or 15 that came from that one. So I hope everybody was I trust everyone was taking their notes from the start.
Oh,
But
you can press rewind and
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course you can rewind and listen to us. I forget about that.
go back to the
So
beginning.
sneakiness, it's just sneaky. It comes up on us.
Yeah.
It can just come up on us, and at a time that we don't think. So when it appears, you're just going to name it. Just name it and just go, okay, this is what it is. No shame, no guilt. Okay, well this explains it. This is it. Done. End
Yep.
of.
Yep. Which actually the part that you brought in that conversation is don't beat yourself up. If you find yourself there, it's okay. Be okay with where you are. And that's when I said, maybe even get a little bit of a sense of humor. Ooh, smile at yourself, laugh at yourself. Just, okay, as soon as I acknowledge, I see there I am comparing myself, or there is that it snuck in without me even knowing that I'm comparing myself. It's like, oh, all right, thank you.
Oh,
Next.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
it. Duh. Got that. Got
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
I've got, oh yeah, then I've got hashtag state the obvious, so we've covered that one. Hashtag state the obvious. Laughter, got that in there. Curiosity.
Yes.
Now, curiosity is just to be curious with it, because when you're curious with it, it has a different spark in your body. You're like, oh, I'm curious, instead of, oh, I've got to work through this.
Yeah. There's more of a light-hearted energy with when I'm curious as, oh, what am I going to discover? What we're going to
Yes.
uncover here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which the piece that I have in next was the self-awareness. So being aware, because we were talking about how sneaky it can be, we can actually be listening to a narrative that, no, I can't do that project, or I'm not good at that. And we can have that so anchored in without actually realizing, and this is where self-awareness comes in, it's actually, oh, it's because I compared myself to somebody 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't care where it is, or and now I'm judging myself based upon what I saw as their outer expression, and now I'm taking it and comparing that to my inner expression. But maybe all I'm doing is feeling a wee bit of a wobble of really? I can do this?
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Yes. People ask you questions because you're a genius before you see yourself.
Yes.
And that's a little reminder that people ask you questions not because they want to just hear your tone. They actually ask you these questions because they want answers and they see that genius. So also remembering that others see our genius often before we do.
Right. And
so listen.
So listen and trust. Trust
Yeah.
that the reason that that's happening, that opportunity has shown up, that invitation, that request,
Yeah.
that question, it's shown up because you energetically have put it out into the vortex. I am this.
Yeah.
And their universe responds. So, oh yes, well, here you go. So then go, thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
I don't have to know all the steps, but I can say thank you and take one
I'll
baby
take
step
that.
in that direction.
That's it. Thank
Yep.
you. Thank you. I've got highlight reel over bloopers.
Yes. Yep.
And remembering that they have a highlight reel and they're only showing. You didn't see me walk down the hallway and cry. Like you didn't see the blooper of that or anything, but the highlight reel, we're just showing the polish. People show the polished side of ourselves.
Yeah.
People can have a massive argument and then they go to a party and people are like, wow, there's such a together couple, but little do you know that there's chaos behind the
Yeah.
scenes,
Yeah.
and so just remember that there is a highlight reel
Yep.
that people show.
And so don't compare yourself to that.
Yeah.
Understand and recognize. Because even listeners, just think for a moment, and I kind of alluded to that Deb and I both have discombobulations and wobbles that some, well, most of them we share with one another because
Yeah.
we respect each other enough that we trust each other's capacity and ability to hold space. But
Yep.
there is stuff that I've told and talked to Deb about that I would never speak out to anybody else or put on social media. And
Same.
I know they're the same. Because the other part of it too is in this, you and I are both very public people in some regards, but we're also both very, very private.
Yeah.
So what you get to see is the person, for me, the person that you see or you hear is the one who has got in place all the practices, all the inner circle, all the places
Absolutely.
to go to get the support I need, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You've got the backing. You've got the backing of this. And I think, when we because actually the next one is actually Inner Circle.
Inner Circle, yeah.
Yeah, I was just
realize that.
Yeah, so as I realized we're jumping into the highlight reel over the bloopers, but we're jumping into the Inner Circle. Is the beautiful part about the Inner Circle is you must trust, and you don't want to be going, oh, I'm going to share this to Moira, but I hope that she never has to tell anybody or she's going to use this against me.
Right.
Because that's not trust, because you're already setting that intention before you start. So no matter what I've told, about to call you Tracy then, no matter what I've told Moira, that's literally, I trust that you're going to hold space.
It's never
and
going
do
to
that.
go anywhere. Yeah.
No, and that inner circle, but you can move people out of your inner circle and into your inner circle. You can have 3 or 4 layers back.
Yeah.
And there's people you would tell this stuff to, all information. There's others you'll just tell a portion, and just being okay with that. And if they're offended, then that's a time for you to assess your inner circle.
Yeah, well, because then that's about them. They're making it about them. And that's when I brought in that question saying, how do I feel about myself here?
How does it make me feel about me?
Yeah. How does this make me feel about me when I'm talking to Deb? And because that's when you were talking about that it's not everything that you share with me and vice versa, but it's not everything you share with your partner. It's we and this comes right back into trust and just coming into how do I feel when I like you were just saying, if you had a wobble of, oh gosh, if I tell Moira this, then she might have to do this, or that's a wobble that says that's not the right. That's not the conversation.
If you could see our heads are shaking.
They're both going, no.
No. No, because you already set that up.
Yeah.
You've already set that up, that this is not going to be a safe space.
Yeah.
And that inner circle, I love the how does it make me feel about me, because it's a full-bodied, I don't even have to think it. Like, why am I even thinking that question? I don't have to think about it. If that's great. But if you're asking that question, you already know the answer.
Yeah.
And it's time to reassess wherever that is really. How does this make me feel about me? Because you just know. When you just know. And I am going to say, Moira and I have been here. We have been through a heck of a lot of stuff that we don't share publicly. I mean, if you heard my story of everything, and people don't know like I've been with my partner for some time, and she doesn't know my whole life story. Just it doesn't matter my whole life story, because that's me when I was this age or whoever. I'm not that person now, and it's okay. And it's safe. It still feels safe. But if it came out, it came out.
It's not like you're hiding it. It's not.
No.
It's not like dark
and there's nothing
secrets.
I was just going to say, people, there's nothing juicy on me. You can Google my name, and there's nothing juicy you'll find. Like it's like, oh, wonder what Deborah's got that she hasn't told her partner. No, it's nothing juicy.
No.
And when my partner listens to this, you're going to go, what have you not told me? What do you want to know? This will be a conversation and a half. But as I said, Moira and I have been through a lot
Mhm.
individually, together, with our clients. We've held that space. So if you want to put anyone in your inner circle, it's Moira and I.
Yep, we're here for you.
I'm just going to tell you that. Just reach out, talk to us, find that we are the same person on maybe with a little bit different. We are this person, but our inner circle. Add Moira and I into your inner
Yeah.
circle. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Emphasizing that again.
100%.
Yeah.
The next
I've got
one,
the word truth down here.
yeah,
Is
so
that what
because that was moving into it, was to tell yourself the truth. You know, I think we were talking about the when we ask ourselves, how do I feel about myself here, or no, you know, having the conversation feels right. You tell yourself the truth,
you have to.
right? And what I said was that once you tell yourself the truth, you can then start to celebrate what you can do, and that brings into the cultivation of
Mhm.
gratitude. That's what shifts us from the woe is me mindset into the I got stuff I can work with. I got
Yeah.
things that I can roll with and speak out, right?
Gratitude changes your day into so many things. Gratitude can just change your state. You know, there's nothing to be grateful for. I flippin' hate this. This is da 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 da. Okay, what am I actually thankful for?
Always something to be thankful for.
I know, but even, you know, we had delay after delay after delay yesterday when I was trying to get onto the plane. There was delay, and then there was this delay, and I was like, oh, this is annoying me. I just want to get there. I just wanted, and I went, okay, what actually are you doing with your quality of time while you're sitting here at the airport delayed? And I went, oh, I actually managed to get 20 minutes in with Tracy for a coffee.
Right.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
And I thought, because I've gone away now for another week, so like I was like, oh, and then that was all I needed. It
Yeah.
just made me go, okay, this plane delay's nothing.
Yeah.
It was just literally, that was one gratitude that landed quite deep.
Yeah.
But it was that there's always something to be grateful for, and I don't want to skim gratitude, because that instantly changed my whole head to then go, okay, great, now I can focus on the beauty, not the, oh no, what time's the plane being delayed and I'm getting negative energy.
Yeah.
But that just changed everything, just that, and that was just one. Yeah.
I love it.
I've got gather evidence.
Yes.
Gather evidence, and create your own scoreboard. Create your scoreboard. Don't know what I was talking about there. Must be gather the evidence of that you've been through stuff
Because you've
before,
been through stuff before.
and that you've survived, and also who you were 6 months ago is not who you are now.
Yeah.
So have a look at that. Get that evidence that you need to go, oh, okay, yeah,
Yep.
got it.
Been through stuff before. I've got this.
Yeah.
The next one I have is we were talking about the should. And Deb said to get
Ugh.
clear on what matters to you, and I've got 3 underlines under that, to you
Yeah.
the most. What matters to you the most? And that's when I brought in that mantra that I've been using of late. I am who I am, and that is enough. And then Deb brought in that breathing technique that I've talked about before, where on an in breath you say, I am worthy, and on an out breath you say, I am enough. Those types of components or strategies, they help you get grounded, stay present, but own your authentic nature, your true self. And that, like I said to you, I love that mantra. I am who I am, and that is enough.
That's just such a simple. It's done.
It
And
is.
you don't need to tell yourself that 20 million times.
No,
That's the other thing. Unless
No.
you want to, but
you can if you want to.
trust that the first one lands, and it lands. You may not, your conscious may not get it, but your unconscious and your full body got it. Because when you say things like that, you can't bullshit yourself.
BS it.
You can't.
That it makes me think of another one. It's a couple of my clients giggle when I do this, when they'll say, oh gosh, you always do this now. Yeah, but that's just how I roll. Just how I roll.
Yeah.
Mind you, I think it's because of I'm finding it easier and easier. The more I age, the more I'm just kind of like, okay, I've got purple hair and this is how I roll.
I know.
Right?
I
It's just like,
love that you.
so this is it.
This is me.
This
This
is
is
me.
me. This
Yep.
is me. Yeah.
How I roll.
Yeah, that's how I roll. Glitter and your inner joy. Make sure you're
Yes.
doing something glittery, purple snow globe, glitter, anything. Just make sure you're doing something that fills your cup up. And I'm not talking about just an hour a day. I'm talking about little pockets through the day.
Yes.
Go to the kitchen and use a different cup, or use your favorite cup, or spray your perfume, but not Moira who doesn't do perfume.
Yeah.
But put your lippy on, or go outside to the garden and smell a flower, or
Or go
just stop and look at the
talk to
view.
your pet, your dog or your cat, or
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Dogs either like you or cats don't, is what I get. They're like, no, if you're having a bad day and you go to your cat's like, no, I'm not in the mood with you. Or other times they're like, you're like, don't take it personally. But do those beautiful little things. Stand outside and look at the sky.
Yeah.
Just a minute. That is a glitter moment, because that's taking you away from everything that's happening, and just to go, wow, look at the sky, look at the clouds. Get
Look at the
really
clouds.
present with your
Make
body.
pictures with the clouds in the sky. Yeah,
I know,
I like
I do
doing
that
that.
all the time.
I like to
I do
do
that,
that.
and then I take a photo and I go, that doesn't look anything like it. I'm like, how the hell was I thinking like that? And I'm like, well, I can still see it. Doesn't need. And that's when I go, photos don't mean everything, Deborah.
Nope,
My little
that's the
thing.
highlight
But
reel anyway.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly it. That's
Yeah.
exactly it. But do that glitter, and do it often. Do it often.
So
Don't just
important.
go, oh, I'm taking an hour out of my day to do this. No, do
I
it
think
little
that's a
pockets throughout the
strategy
day.
that can be woven through almost every podcast episode that
Everything.
we do.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
The next one I have is, you said, what is this showing me? Like,
Mhm.
what qualities do I have? What is this? So you right there, that tips us into solution mode, or what can you do mode, as opposed to
It
what
takes
would
us
you
out
do?
of a spiral.
It
Yeah,
does. Mhm.
yeah.
So what's this showing me? Or what's the gift here? What's the wisdom? What's the experience?
Yeah.
The woohoo, what do I get to do?
Yeah, and
Celebrate.
and the other part with that is, what qualities do I need? What qualities do I need to shift this as well?
Yeah.
Oh, because it takes us into a what's this teaching me? But oh, now what do I need? What do I need to resolve this? Oh, I need Deb and Moira.
Yep.
I need
See?
Moira. I need Deb. I need to go back and listen to that podcast. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because when we jump into action, it does take our brain away from what it was.
That's that. I think I said that on one of our most recent podcasts. Was one of my mentors. She used to always say that action breeds clarity.
It does.
Yeah.
100%. Did you think that was last
I think it
week's?
was the
I
last
can't
one.
remember it was.
Yeah.
Because we talked about clarity. Yeah. Oh, hang
Yeah.
on, it's all coming together to me. But that's what I've got today. Is that what you've got?
The last part, and this was, you said this one, you don't have to know it all. You
Oh,
don't have to
I was
know
like,
it
that's
all.
a
It's like
genius idea. Yeah, you do.
But then to recognize that you do know some, and
Yeah.
take some action steps, because clarity comes when you walk with what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. And so, of course, now, listeners, we are going to have a yogi tea bag before I send you on your way into that amazing divine world we have. So we've got two. She's held up two. Oh, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. I really like the two that we've got for this one. The first one says, find strength in knowing that you can make a difference in the world.
Oh,
See, so isn't that so aligned with don't compare? Find strength in knowing that you can
Focus
make a
on your
difference
own,
in the world. Yeah,
in
focus
your own
on
lane.
yours.
Oh, that's nice.
I like
Yep.
that one. And this one, I think this one's come up for us before. I like it still, though. Give thanks for unknown blessings that are already on the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's a cute one. That's cute.
I like that one a
Oh.
lot too. Yeah,
I
look
like
at here,
that.
you're giving thanks already.
Yeah, I think that's cute. That's a cute one. Well, listeners, how about that for our when you stop comparing, everything changes? And I think, summing up today, when we can put our comparisons aside, we do fully embrace our own version of who we are. And I think that's the beautiful thing about it all. But when I think about this, excuse me, I want you this week, I actually not just today, I want you this week to notice when your comparison creeps in.
Yeah.
And I want you to bring yourself back to what's your greatest power and what has that always been, which is your own path. What's that greatest power I have right now, which is my own journey, not other people's, back to this. Because as we know, when we stop comparing, everything really
lines up
my
for
voice
us.
just changed.
Yeah.
Everything really does change when we stop comparing.
It really does.
Yeah.
And we recognize that we actually are gifted and in the right place at the right time. Right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Absolutely. It's like a hashtag state the obvious. In a nice kind of way. But thank you, listeners, because this is a heavy one. When you stop comparing, everything changes. And I would have said it's heavy at the start, but with the strategies we've woven in throughout this whole conversation, will give you clarity and will allow you to move out of the space you're in.
Yeah.
So thank you, listeners, for today. When you stop comparing, everything changes. Thank you, Moira. Thank you to my parents' internet for working.
Yes, thank you, internet.
Fuel. But thank you for coming up, showing up, leaning in, and asking these quality questions for yourself and pulling yourself out of this funk. Because, as we said, we've known each other for 7 years now. That we don't do this just for well, we do it for fun.
I was
but
going
we
to
do
say,
it because
just for giggles. Yes, we do.
I nearly said shits and giggles, and I was like, no, Deborah wasn't. I was like, for fun. But we do. We love this. And we actually started podcasting before we even started to record. We went, why are we not recording these things? These are genius ideas. And that's literally how it started. So thank you to Moira and I for meeting 7 years ago.
Yeah. More than 7 years now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And chatting about this, because these are the strategies that have helped me get through, my clients get through, Moira and those around her as well.
Absolutely.
So thank you, listeners, for today. Thank you for coming back. Share the podcast. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, and let's just smash this comparing out of the ballpark. Once and for all.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear Deb. Thank you, listeners.
Thank you.
We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, where the mission is to help listeners unlock their full potential and thrive, not just survive. As the episode comes to a close, they trust you've gained some powerful insights. If you haven't already, take a moment to reflect on one key takeaway that you'll apply right away. Before we wrap things up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from you. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how you're putting your insights into action. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep thriving.